Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now I am very excited to bring you today's piece of content. It's fair to say that along the way I've had a few hiccups being able to bring you this. However, it has 110% fully cemented my trust in our cousins across the sea in Europe at just how well we can work together when we want to, which is another thank you that I will have at the end of this. But today we are here to look at, it's in here, we'll have a look at it in a moment, a knife from Deejo. Now I believe it's Deejo, it could be Deejo, but I think it is Deejo. So we'll have a look at this today. Now before I start, this was sent to me, kind of indirectly sent to me, I'll speak about that at the end. But I got to 100% customize this myself. These are fully customizable knives that you can 100 and billion% customize to how you want to have this. Now it will make a lot more sense if we speak to the Moorlander from the past. Now I'll jump in the time machine now so that you can see more from the fella from the past. As I do that, if you do enjoy this content, please feel free to like, subscribe and share. That would be absolutely amazing. If you do choose to do that, I definitely want to thank you at this point. It certainly means a lot to my channel. But let's hit the time machine and let's speak to the Moorlander from the past. Hi, welcome to the past. So here is the website for Deejo, and you can go through and you can have a look at all the different things. They make these like really nice steak knives as well. But the main thing that we are here to see is this bit. This is the Create My Deejo or Create My Knife. Yeah, okay. So here we have it, and this, I mean, look at this. It tells you how you can move around. There are very few sites, and please point me in the direction if you know of any other sites where you can make your own knife. Or I know a lot of car manufacturers have started to do this, where you can say I want these wheels or I want this, and you can move it around. And I'm totally manipulating this with my mouse. If you want to, you can open and you can close your knife as well. But I think if you ever really wanted to get an idea of what something is going to be, this is the future. This is absolutely amazing. So, okay, so as far as finishes, hopefully you can see here, you've got mirror finish, grey titanium or black titanium. There are 3 different types of knives. So there are, the one I'm probably going to order now is the larger one, because, you know, why not? But there is a smaller size, and it just goes down in 2 centimeters or 20 millimeters when you close them down. And then as far as the scales, so the scales on this knife are really quite small. It's just this beautiful slither across the back here. So you can choose between different types of woods: ebony, coral wood, blue beech. I've never seen blue beech before. Composite materials. I think the fiberglass looks very cool, and I'm also a bit of a fan of a turtle shell. Then we've also got gold and different types. I think that's a bit too kind of gangster for me. The big thing here really is as far as what they call these tattoos, which is which they put onto here. I'm guessing it's probably lasered onto there so that you get this really nice finish. And then just by going through, there are, I mean, I'm probably going to guess maybe 50 or 60. That is a pure guess, though, by the way. I certainly don't know how many there are. But, you know, whether you're getting this for somebody as a present, or whether you're trying to get something for yourself, oh, that one is cool. I like that one. I like the fact that it's a wing and then it pops out like a real wing. There's plenty of different options for pretty much anybody on here as well to say, yeah, these are very cool. So you've got all the different color combinations. Maybe you want some camo on there, or you want that to be fiberglass. not fiberglass, sorry, carbon fiber. There's some very, very cool options on here, and I think pretty much no matter what you're into, cats maybe. Oh, I found a cat. I need to see if I can find a dog now. Whatever you're into, you can customize this to be. How cool is that one? Yeah, so let's go back to Moorlander in the future, but definitely check out this site just for the fact that you can really have a look. So there you get to see behind as well, so you can see that there's a pocket clip there on the back if you want to as well. So let's just say, for example, I want Moorlander EDC on there as well. I could have Moorlander EDC on there. There's a lot of very, very cool ways. I mean, you can even see as far as construction is concerned, the pins on the back, how the scales are held on. But yeah, so, okay, let's fast forward to Moorlander in the future so we can see what's actually arrived. And after a few weeks, which I'll definitely explain later, it's here. In here. Now, what combination do you think I went for? I'd like to hear in the comments below what sort of combination you'd have gone for as well if you've had a play on the website. Now what I did do is I paid a little bit extra so that I could get this gift wrap. It wasn't particularly much, I think it was only €10 or so. Here is the knife inside. Now I'm still gonna keep the suspense going. There is a little magnet that helps to keep it closed. I'm just going to put that there. It also does come with, and I'm just going to hold this here like that because, so this is a warranty card. There is an individual number on that warranty card for the knife so that you can get a lifetime warranty guarantee with this knife. But I've just kept that off there purely because of that individual number. But you get this little box which folds out. On the inside here, you get this really nice little sleeve to help to protect it. You get a couple of really nice little stickers. There is a warranty, how to use, keeping it safe, and in case you were unsure of how to use a knife. And then there's plenty of different languages on there just in case. And then this last bit, now I'm actually going to open this out here. So this just gives you some extra information about the different knives or this knife. If I put that down there like that, that will help me. In fact, what I'll do is I'll turn it that way. So I know certainly I'm often asked to give information in inches. But here is some information on each of the different knives. I'm going to put this on top so that we can do a grand reveal. Here we go. I mean, this is stunning. It really is. It really is stunning. So I'm going to put that on top of here because it is one for one. So these drawings, these illustrations show you exactly the size, so you can see. When it's open, it comes in at 205 millimeters. When it's closed, it is 110 millimeters. You've got the weight on there. It's only 37 grams, which again, is really nice. Oh, it's also got it on here in inches as well. So when it is open, it comes in at 8.07 inches. When it's closed, it comes in at 4.35 inches and is 1.3 ounces. I guess that's, yeah, that I'm not very good with ounces because, we're metric over here. Now, the options that I went for me, I really liked the black titanium finish to it, so I had to go with that. I quite like the grey titanium, but I think for me, the black titanium in between there with the tattoo on there, and also I went for the olive tree wood on that. I thought was really nice. It was a nice difference between them. I quite liked that. The tattoo that I went for was Art Nouveau. Being the king of the Moorlands, I want to make sure that I keep it as classy as possible. One day this, it might get put into the Royal Heritage Museum here in the Kingdom of the Moorlands. So, it makes sense to keep it as classy as possible. But the knife itself, so I'm going to fold that up. Oh, actually, on the back here, it just gives you some extra information on all of the other different types of finishes. Now, if you do go for the smaller one, which was this one, the 15 grams one, which is 125 millimeters. So the other two versions have a wooden or whichever scale that you choose to have on those. If you want to keep this as small and as minimal as possible, then to go for the smaller version, it doesn't have scales on there, which makes it a lot more lighter. I mean, it's not particularly heavy in the grand scheme of things, but if you can see here, so there are the smaller versions as well. So that away, hopefully you can see this is stunning. It really is. It has that beautiful French flair to it, beautiful curves around the back, so the curve from the spine of the knife goes all the way down the back, and then through the palm swell here, it goes all the way through the knife, through the choil into the belly, and comes to a really nice point on there. It is a flat grind. It's a flat grind just a little bit way up. I guess you could probably call it a saber, because there is a flat ricasso here at the top, and as mentioned, so the Deejo on there, I'm guessing it's pressed. It will probably be pressed. It might be lasered into there, but I'm guessing it's probably pressed when these are made. The knife steel that this is made from is I'd forgotten it then for a second. It's 2CR13, which is a common stainless steel steel used for knives and tools. Certainly in the medical industry where I find that I work a lot, it's certainly one that you come across, because scalpels, medical equipment, all of that sort of stuff is generally made from that steel. It has very high abrasion and corrosion resistance, but also keeps a very good edge. Now, as far as the edge is concerned on this, I generally don't do a paper cut test because I'm not particularly good at them, but with this, I mean, it's ridiculously easy. That was my fault. That was user error, not knife error. As I say, not very good at cutting paper. That's why I like scissors on my tools. But yeah, really, really, really sharp. So it goes without saying, you need to be careful when you're using knives, children. And comes to a beautiful point. So it is a drop point on the rear. So the tattoo is just on the one side, which, you know, it's a very showy knife. So it's just on this one side. What I would say is, and I know it's there, it's that it is a liner lock, or is it a frame lock? Sorry. I don't think they need to keep this press on there. If you're giving it to somebody who doesn't know how to use it, generally they'll probably give it back to you. If there was anything that I'd say to change, it would be just to take this press off. I like the fact that you can completely monogram it if you choose to. Now, as mentioned, so there is a lock here. So as far as being able to carry this in a public place here in the UK, this is deemed as an illegal knife and can't be carried in public places. It's not an illegal knife to own those. You know, I have my own version of it here. This is definitely one that I'm going to be keeping on my desk because it's a beautiful knife to have around. As far as the construction is concerned, there is your pivot pin here, and I'm actually going to flip this over because you can see on the rear, so you have a pivot pin, and then there are two additional pins here which help to keep the pocket clip on there, but those also help to strengthen that. Now on the front side, as far as the scales, now the scale, it really is tiny on this, but it still feels nice in your hand when you're using it. But the scale is just held on by three pins, which again, just, you know, it's not anything to actually do with the construction or the rigidity of the knife itself. Now, as far as blade travel or wobble, there's none. This large pivot pin does a very good job of keeping that in place. Now, at the end of the day, when you look at the construction of this, if I was to show you this and any other style knife, you definitely consider this as a skeletonized knife. There's a lot that has been done to remove a lot of bulk from this, and it definitely reflects that in its weight. This isn't the type of knife that you're going to be going out and doing heavy construction work with. Don't get me wrong, you probably could do, but I think this is the type of knife that you want to keep nice. This is a French gentleman's folder, or gentle ladies folder, and really should be treated in that manner. Now, I definitely have to say that this is a beautiful knife. When you look at historical French knives, or I say historical, I mean just knives from the past, present and future, they tend to lend themselves to this kind of design. They tend to have more of a stiletto, which I know, I believe is an Italian knife, but that longer, thinner profile. It's just a very elegant knife. I'd like to use the term handsome as well. I certainly think it is a handsome knife. Whether you're buying this for yourself, whether you're buying this for somebody, as a present, I think you'll be very, very, very happy with this. It's a very simple knife, and I think that kind of adds to that. They could have gone all bells and whistles. However, making it simple, often less is more, and I believe in this that less is definitely more. Certainly built to a very high standard, and again, I don't have one of those seal of approval kind of things, but I certainly would give it to this as far as knives or customizable knives go. The ability and the fact that you can make a 3D model of this so that you've got a lot more confidence in what you're buying pigeons back. Damn you! So that you've got more confidence in how exactly it will look like before it arrives, I think is another huge selling point for these as well. You can design this to the nth degree on how you want it, and again, it's a very special and different way of being able to make a custom knife and being able to do that so that you know exactly what you're going to be getting when it arrives at your doorstep. I want to say a huge thank you to Deejo for allowing me to order one of these custom knives. Again, full transparency, although this was sent to me free of charge, there was no sort of money paid for me to review this favourably. I genuinely do think it's a great knife, and it's part of the conversation that I had with the team there, that I would always give my truth and frank opinion. Another massive thank you goes to David for helping me. So long story short, having these or getting these here to the UK at this moment in time, these can't be shipped to the UK. It's not a European thing, it's a Brexit thing, so it's something that's being worked on. However, if you have a friend or a relative, one of the beautiful people across the sea in Europe, although I know I still think of myself as European, just across the sea, feel free to have it delivered to them and then get them to post it to you. It's not illegal, it's not some weird loophole or anything like that. It's just an issue that Deejo have getting them delivered here to the UK. A massive thank you to David for services rendered to the Kingdom of the Moorlands. It's gratefully appreciated, and I'll make sure that you're honoured this year in the New Year's honours list whenever that comes out. I will leave all of Deejo's links below so you can see more from them. I'll leave their social media links on there as well. I'll also leave my social media links as well so that you can see more from me. Definitely check me out on Instagram. You'll tend to see more stuff that's kind of coming to the channel. But for now, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. And now I'm going to kill that pigeon.